Welcome to the Creator Life Podcast. I'm your host, Whitney, and I'm so excited that you're here. This is the place where we get real about what it's like to build a business, chase your dreams, and create a life that you love. Whether you're just starting out or you're already deep into your journey, this podcast is all about sharing real life stories, practical business tips, and those game-changing mindset shifts that will help you level up. So grab your coffee or your favorite drink and let's dive into another episode of the Creator Life Podcast, because your dream life is closer than you think. Do you ever feel like you're just existing? Like you wake up, you go to work, you come home, you zone out in front of the TV, and then you do it all over and over and over again. I've been there. For years, I lived that life, feeling like a tiny cog in this giant machine. I felt stuck. And if you're feeling that way too, I want you to know that you're not alone and there is a way out. I don't believe in this idea of a home life versus work life anymore. For so many people, work doesn't just bleed into your personal life, it completely takes over. You get lost in the 9-to-5 cycle, and before you know it, it feels like your whole purpose is just to keep the system running. And let's be honest, companies don't want you to take a step back. They don't want you to have too much time off to think, to breathe, or to even wake up. Because once you do, you might realize that there's more to life than this, and that scares them. I've worked 9-to-5 jobs since I was 15. I've had entry-level positions, middle management, and even upper management positions. And no matter the position, the story is always the same. The pressure, the expectations, the feeling like you're never enough, whether you're struggling to climb that ladder or you've made it to the top. At every level, I felt like something was missing. I was spending all of my time working, but I wasn't actually living. Something interesting happened during the pandemic. When the world shut down, a lot of us had a rare chance to pause, to just stop. For the first time, I wasn't running from one thing to the next. I wasn't trying to keep up with this never-ending grind. I got to reconnect with myself, with my family, and with life, and it was beautiful. But when the world started to go back to normal, I couldn't unsee what I had seen. I couldn't go back to sleep. I had experienced what it was like to actually live, and I wanted and needed more of that. When things started to go back to normal after the pandemic, I went back to a 9-to-5 job. And for a few years, I felt like I was constantly fighting to stay awake, to remember what I had learned during that pause. The job that I took was challenging in ways that pushed me, but it also drained me completely. The monotony, the toxic environments, the feeling of always being stuck. I started to see how easy it was to fall back into the cycle, and it scared me. But here's the thing. Once you wake up, even if you slip back into the grind for a while, there's this part of you that remembers, that knows that you're meant for more. And that's what kept me going. Let's be real though. Life outside the 9-to-5 isn't always easy. When I finally did leave my job, I had moments of fear and uncertainty because I had bills to pay and responsibilities to handle, but I felt something that I hadn't felt in years, and that was peace. For the first time, I could breathe. I could finally take care of my body and my mind and my soul. And that's when I realized that this is what life is supposed to feel like. It's not about just surviving. It's about living, about spending time on the things that recharge you, that fuel you, and just make you feel alive. And that's why I started this channel and my business. I've been where you are. I know what it's like to feel trapped and to feel like there's no way out. But I also know that it's possible to break free, to wake up, to build a life that's meaningful, fulfilling, and truly yours. I'm not here to sell you on some overnight solution or tell you that it's going to be easy, because it's not. But what I am here to tell you is that it's worth it. You are worth it. You don't have to spend your life as a drone, following the same script that society has handed you and so many others. If any of this resonated with you, and if you're ready to wake up and start living, I want to help. I've been through the struggle, and I found a better way. A way that doesn't involve working yourself to the bone for somebody else's dream. So here's what I want you to do. Hit that subscribe button because we're going to talk about how to create a life of freedom, one step at a time. Thanks so much for tuning in to the Creator Life Podcast. I hope you're walking away with a little more inspiration, a new idea to try, or maybe just a reminder that you're not alone on this journey. If you enjoyed this episode, I would love it if you would please leave a quick review or share it with someone who could use a little extra motivation today. And don't forget to hit that follow button so you never miss an episode. You can also connect with me over on Instagram, YouTube, or my website. I have those links in the show notes. I would love to hear your thoughts, your takeaways, or just a hello. Until next time, keep dreaming big, working smart, and creating a life that you love. I'll see you back here soon.